T.D. Jakes and Emmitt Smith crushed the NFL about the treatment of Shedeur Sanders. And also, Shedeur Sanders responded to one of his former teammates, Wyatt Tiller, who won't be back with the Cleveland Browns this year coming up. We're getting ready to talk about it all right here on Sports Talk with B. Watts. Sit back and relax and enjoy this show right here. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification button. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop the video. Hype this video, share this video. Anything that you do will be highly appreciated. Let's get this show started. Let's go.
Hey, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look at the whole stand. Damn, I should have been there, boy.
And you've been from ball clubs. When you have a quarterback that comes in and he's expected to provide a boost.
All right, he said, no, I'll just let you know he in.
What's going to call back to the ball game? How do you want to go?
Hey, I'll call you back. I'll call you back.
Emmitt Smith, a former running back for the Dallas Cowboys, was on a podcast with T.D. Jakes, the Next Chapter podcast, talking about the treatment of Shedeur Sanders by the NFL. Emmitt Smith said he don't like it at all, especially during the draft when Shedeur came out. You see, the NFL really tried to punish Shedeur for being the person who he is. They wanted to humble him. Many of you have told me in the past that the NFL colluded against Shedeur, and you was right. But check this out. Emmitt Smith went on to say, man, look at here. This dude was trained by one of the best quarterbacks in Jeff Blake that ever played the game. I remember Jeff Blake. Jeff Blake was a gunslinger. Played for the Cincinnati Bengals. Oh, that boy could rip that thing. And Emmitt Smith also said, you know he know defense because he been trained and taught by one of the best. His dad, Coach Prime, Deion Sanders. Now, the NFL tried to send, and they did, send Shedeur a message, and to Coach Prime too. How did they send that message, B. Watts? 5th round draft pick. When all along that Shedeur was the best quarterback in this past draft. He was way better than Cam Ward. He was way better than Jackson Dart. You can see it right there on the screen. They had him number one. They had him number one. Best quarterback. The NFL did not care about the records or the touchdowns or making Travis Hunter a Heisman Trophy in college. They did not care anything about that. They wanted to send him a message. You see, Shedeur didn't come from no poor family. He came from a rich family. Coach Prime is a millionaire. His mom was a model. He wasn't hurt for no money. He came out and told him, say, hey, if you ain't trying to change your franchise, I ain't the one for you. And that hurted them 32 owners. 32 owners. Ain't but 32. It hurted them. They wanted somebody to be humble. I'm grateful for whoever picked me and I'll do anything. No, that wasn't Shedeur. Shedeur came in there and talking that trash. They wanted to humble Shedeur Sanders. They ain't have nothing to do with the passing touchdown that he did at Colorado, his footwork, his arm strength, how to read a defense. They ain't have nothing to do with that. They want to humble him. Now, it's different. When Baker Mayfield came out, you know, they call that, hey, he's showing leadership when you talk like that. It's different when Manziel came out doing that right there. Oh, he got showmanship. He got showmanship. He going to draw a lot of people, right? But when Shedeur did it, they didn't like that. They just didn't like that. Once again, they didn't like the way Coach Prime, Deion Sanders conducted himself during the draft when he came out. You know, Coach Prime came out and told us. Man, when I went in there and talked to the New York Giants, I asked them what pick they had. They said 10 or 12. Coach Prime said he got up and said, hey, ain't no need us talking. I ain't going to be on that long. Those same 32 owners took all of that into punishing Shedeur Sanders, which he did not deserve. He did not deserve. John Elway. They drafted John Elway. He told the team he ain't even coming. Yeah, I'm not even reporting to y'all. They had to trade him off. They had to trade him off. So, was it a double standard? The way they treated Shedeur? Of course it was. Once again, when Shedeur was getting ready to come out of college as the best quarterback, the NFL did him wrong. And Emmitt Smith finna let you know about this whole situation. Let's listen to T.D. Jakes and Emmitt Smith talking about Shedeur Sanders and the treatment from the NFL.
I was completely disappointed in terms of how the NFL treated him. I'm going to say the NFL. He was the biggest name coming out of the draft. There was no other kid in the draft that was more marketable than that young man.
Okay.
In doing that, I think it sent the wrong message because there's no way he should have fell to the 5th round. No way. No way. I know that this kid was trained by an NFL quarterback himself. And meaning Jeff Blake. I know that this kid understands defense because his dad had to help him understand what was happening and understanding body languages and everything else. So he has a level of calmness and humility within him. He just plays with a chip on his shoulder. Some people would have got a pat on their back. Baker Mayfield was one of those would have got a pat on his back.
Some people get a pat on the back and some people don't.
Because it's the language that people want to use when they don't understand the individual of color.
That's Emmitt Smith and T.D. Jakes talking about Shedeur Sanders and the treatment from the NFL. They didn't like it at all. Emmitt Smith once again doubled down again about the treatment from the NFL. He said he just didn't like the way they treated him. He knows Shedeur was prepared. He was ready to play, but the NFL treated him wrong. Treated him wrong. Treated him wrong. It is what it is. But we're going to see at the end how this story going to turn out. Which owner, which NFL team going to regret not drafting Shedeur Sanders once this season starts and he get it all together? Somebody going to end up regretting not drafting Shedeur because Shedeur Sanders is a franchise quarterback. He's a franchise quarterback. And I'm hoping and I'm trusting that this new head coach can unlock Shedeur and build around him a better team so Shedeur can go out there and cook. So he can go out there and put that work in like we've seen him do at Jackson State and Colorado. It's going to be a beautiful thing. It's going to be a beautiful thing the way this story is going to turn out. Well, I got to move on. Shedeur Sanders respond to Wyatt Tiller, the offensive lineman that lifted Shedeur up. You remember when that offensive lineman lifted Shedeur up when he threw that touchdown pass in the Las Vegas Raiders game? And Kevin Stefanski ended up taking him out and didn't let him play no more, all because he lifted him up. Well, he announced that he would not be back with the Cleveland Browns, as you see right there. And Shedeur responded to his message. I'm going to miss you, bruh. I'm going to miss you, bruh. That was one of the offensive linemen that supported Shedeur, who, man, I'm telling you, once he raised Shedeur up, he did not see that field no more. Kevin Stefanski did not put him out there. And Wyatt Tiller, wife, went over there on Twitter because Kevin Stefanski, they asked Kevin Stefanski in the press conference, what happened to Wyatt Tiller? And Kevin Stefanski said he was injured. Man, what did he say that for? Man, less than 5 minutes. His wife went over there on Instagram and Twitter, said that's a lie. Ain't nothing wrong with him. Well, Kevin Stefanski, well, you did some nasty work while you was at Cleveland when it came down to Shedeur Sanders and the rest of his teammates. Kevin Stefanski wanted Shedeur to fail so bad, he pulled his offensive lineman out and made like he was injured, and also he gave up play calling. One game before Shedeur became the quarterback. That's nasty work, family. That's nasty work. But that's okay. That's okay. He moved on, and I done moved on from him too. But once again, also in the news, Brandon Lynch, The Cleveland Browns have promoted him to the defensive back coach and the passing game specialist. So Brandon Lynch, who also have interviewed for a defensive coordinator job this year, has been moved up from just a plain defensive back coach, to defensive back and passing game specialist. So congratulations to the young brother. He had a good defensive back last year, and Denzel Ward, I'm sure him, along with the other guys, gonna be even better this year because they got a new defensive coordinator also. Right? Yep. So I'm looking forward to that. But once again, T.D. Jakes and Emmitt Smith crushed the NFL treatment of Shedeur Sanders. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I got a live show tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Greg said it and JR Boxer. Come on back. We're going to have a good time. And I got one of the best chat rooms on YouTube. We're looking forward to seeing you doing the live show at 8 o'clock tonight. All right? Until then, y'all have a great day. Peace.